I'm just going to read briefly out of John, and then I'm just going to talk about it, just so I can give you a background of what I'm going to be speaking about. So it's out of John, chapter 6, verses 5 through 14. It's a lot, so I'm just going to read it quickly. So when Jesus lifted up his eyes and saw a great company come unto him, he said unto Philip, "When shall we buy bread that these may eat?" Because they were out on a boat. They came back from the trip, and they were all hungry, like most of us are. So he said this to Philip to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do about feeding people. So Philip answered him, 200 pennyworth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may take a little. Like basically, we don't have enough for anybody, so I don't know what you're talking about, Jesus. So one of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said, "There's a boy here, he has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but what are they going to do with so many people?" And Jesus said, "Make them all sit." So there was a lot of grass in the place. They sat down, about 5,000. And Jesus took the loaves, which he had given thanks. He distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were set down, and likewise of the fishes, as much as they would. So they eat as much as they wanted. They were fine. Ate. So when they were filled, he said unto his disciples, "So gather up the remainders, but nothing's lost." So they had overflow in abundance. And they filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 loaves, which remained, and above them that had eaten. So my points are, Jesus had something that needed to be done. They come back from the trip. They were hungry, and there was just so many people, and they're like, "How are we going to feed this many people? Something needs to be done about people that need to eat." And there was someone willing and prepared and ready to go when Jesus had that need. So there is a boy that had, his five loaves, his 2 fish, which they all thought wasn't going to be enough for so many people. What do I have to give, Lord? What do I have that you really need for me? I only have this much. I only have this little. But to that moment in time, that boy was ready to provide what he had to Jesus, and was ready to offer it up willingly and without questioning, without saying, "This is enough." He's like, "This is what I have, Lord. Do with it as you may choose." So his posture was of obedience and faith. He was obedient to God and saying, "This is what I need. Here's what I have." And he had faith that Jesus was going to do what he needed to do, which was to feed those people at that point in time. And that Jesus takes what you have and makes use of it. So whatever you are saying to the Lord, "Hey, this is what I do. This is what I see myself doing in this world. This is what I have at my job or my school or my family. This is what I am given at this moment in time. What do I need to do to be used? And how can I be of assistance to you, Jesus? Because you're going to take what I have and multiply it and do exceedingly abundantly with all that we ask or think, because of his power that's in us to do what he wants us to do."
That's right.
So I'm just saying to stay into God's perfect will and his timing, have a posture of obedience, and use your faith and let him do what he wants to do in your life. You just have to be willing and ready and prepared.
Yeah.